We label sex offenders even those who abuse animals, so why not domestic abusers? A Missouri woman and her mother say it's time violent offenders be called out too, and they're working to make that happen. Here's News 4's Angie Racono.
This is Mary Staley. I first connected with Mary and her family about 3 years ago, but at that time it was too painful to publicly talk about what happened in a dark apartment. Mary is now ready to share her story. She also has an idea to help other women.
When we got into the living room, it was the first time he punched me across my face. It's just so blood flying. He kicked me with steel-toed boots up and down my left side, and then rolled me over and stepped on my face.
Mary Staley was attacked inside her apartment by her ex-boyfriend.
My bridge was broken, the tip of my nose was broken. I had a mustache that was a bruise, both of my eyes were black, I had an orbital fracture.
It was days before she could even call for help. She reported it to police and filed this report documenting what happened. Zachary Ford is accused of telling Mary, quote, "If my wrist didn't hurt, I would kill you." He was convicted of second-degree domestic assault and possession. Ford was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He's now on parole.
I knew nothing about his past.
Mary Staley says if she did, she probably would never have gotten deeply involved with Zachary Ford, shown here in a Facebook photo. Court records from Evansville, Indiana reveal a previous conviction for strangulation and battery. The arrest warrant shows the girlfriend in that case was badly beaten and snuck a phone call for help. She, quote, thought that he would kill her.
Missouri's got CaseNet, and it's something else in every state.
It's not always easy to find charges and detect an abusive pattern. Mary Staley and her mother say it's time to make information easier to access. And maybe that would have made a difference in Mary's case. What if there was a nationwide domestic violence database?
Oh, I would have gone to it immediately. When I first suspected anything, I would have gone to it, and the Indiana stuff would have been there, and who knows what else would have been there to make me pull Mary in and say, okay, look, this is what he's done to these people over the last 10 years.
Mary's mother has been sharing her idea with senators and representatives.
I want every state to participate and do it promptly.
Others have the same idea. In Washington state, debate is underway for Tina's Law, named after this woman who was beaten to death by her boyfriend on Thanksgiving. He had a violent past too. Lawmakers in both Texas and New York have discussed domestic violence registries too, but the proposals didn't pass. Opponents question the privacy of victims, and if higher stakes will make it tougher for survivors to report.
I'm happy to join your call to amend the law to create a register of domestic abusers.
Overseas in London, we found the greatest push for a registry. It comes after Parliament did research on domestic violence and determined the public needs more information.
I still, 3 years later, have nerve damage in my eye and in my brain.
Mary is rebuilding her life. She has been diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety disorder.
Life's not the same. I get to live in my own little prison for what he did to me.
While working on this report, 2 new people contacted police about Zachary Ford, and they even posted pictures of their injuries, asking for money so they can get reconstructive surgery. We'll keep you posted on what police and prosecutors decide to do next and what happens with that push for a domestic violence database across the nation. Angie Racono, News 4.